Ramo Vigra Havan Dharma means Ram is the form of Dharma. Then why do leftists and modern people oppose the abandoning of Sita by Shri Ram? Many people believe that Shri Ram was unrighteous in abandoning Ma Janki. Is it so that Shri Ram, the embodiment of Dharma, can do any act of unrighteousness? The story of the abandonment of Ma Sita by Shri Ram is first found in Valmiki Ramayan. After this, the oldest Ram story is given in the Ramopakhyan of Mahabharata, in which there is no mention of Sita's abandoning. But the third oldest Ram story is written by Kalidas in the Raghuvansham epic, in which the story of the renunciation of Ma Sita by Shri Ram is found. After that, Bhavabhuti composed the tragic play Uttara Ramcharit on the abandonment of Sita. However, the Ramcharit-Ramanas, written by Tulsidas ji, finds no story of the renunciation of Ma Janki by Shri Ram. So first of all, people who come to the rescue of Shri Ram and consider the Uttarakhand of Valmiki Ramayan to be fake should now know that neither Kalidas nor Bhavabhuti were connoisseurs of great Sanskrit literature like Valmiki. If Kalidas and Bhavabhuti have given place to the story of Ma Janki's second exile in their plays and epics, the story given in Valmiki Ramayan is not false. Now let us address the allegation of the leftists and modern feminists that Shri Ram had committed an act of unrighteousness by abandoning Ma Janki. First of all, we have to realize that dharma is not related to personal conduct only. There are many forms of dharma apart from personal dharma. There is social dharma, state dharma, and national dharma. For any king, social dharma is bigger than personal dharma. Raj dharma is bigger than social dharma, and Rashtra dharma is bigger than Raj dharma. Secondly, Ram came from the Ikshavaku dynasty. The kings of this dynasty were not like the dictators of today. They were not like Hitler and Mussolini to impose on the public whatever came to their mind. The kings of the Hindu religion were bound to follow the opinion of their subjects. That is, the post of the king was dependent on the opinion of the public, which the public could uproot whenever they wanted. Such examples are cited many times in our scriptures. For example, the people troubled by the atrocities of a king named Ven killed him. King Sagar, the ancestor of Shri Ram himself, had expelled his tyrannical son Asmanjas from the kingdom at the behest of the public. In Valmiki Ramayan, Vishwamitra tells the story of an ancestor of Shri Ram abandoning his own son. See this verse from Valmiki Ramayan's Balakand.
Sacha jeshtho narasreshthah sagarasyaatmasambhavah balan grahitva tujale saraivya raghunandana prakshipya prahasan nityam majjatasnat nirikshavai.
Which means, Narshrestha Raghunandan, the eldest son of Sagar, Asmanjas, used to nab the children of the city and throw them in the waters of Sharayu to drown them, and when they started drowning, he used to laugh at them.
Evam pap samacharah sajjana pratibadhakah paurana mahite yuktah pitra nirvasitah purat.
Meaning, thus incited by the sinful behavior when he started troubling gentlemen and causing harm to the residents of the city, his father drove him out of the city. Even Shri Ram's father, Dashrath, was bound to follow the order of the public. The public wanted to make Shri Ram their king, but Kaikeyi's father married his daughter Kaikeyi to Dashrath on the condition that only Kaikeyi's son would become the king. In Sarg 107 of Ayodhya Kand of Valmiki Ramayan, Shri Ram himself reveals this to Bharat.
Pura bhratah pitanah sa mataram te samudvahan mata mahe samasrausid rajya shukla manuttamam.
Means Bharat, my brother, it was a long time ago when our father was married to your mother Kaikeyi. He had promised your maternal grandfather to bestow the kingdom to Kaikeyi's son. Despite this, Dashrath had to plan to make Shri Ram the king suddenly, considering the public's desire and the popularity of Shri Ram. Dashrath himself was ready to forget his promise to his father-in-law to make Shri Ram the king. Look at these verses from Balkand of Valmiki Ramayan.
तत्समाकुल संभ्रांत मत्त संकुपित द्वीपम हयसिंचित निर्घोषम पुमांसीन महास्वनम.
Means, Ram, my son, now all the subjects want to make you their king. Therefore, I will anoint you as the crown prince. That's why Dashrath decided to make Ram the king overnight and sent Kaikeyi's son Bharat to his maternal grandfather's place before that. After this, Dashrath ji also tells how the presence of Bharat could have caused trouble. I think it appropriate for you to be anointed while Bharat is outside this city at his maternal uncle's place. Dashrath knew that people would revolt if Bharat was made the king. The same thing happened when Ram had to go into exile. Then there was a great uproar in the whole of Ayodhya. Everyone was scared and desperate. Everyone, including the children and old people of Ayodhyapuri, ran after Shri Ram as they were greatly aggrieved, as if the creatures suffering from the harsh sun were running towards the water. When the word started spreading to the public that Sita had lived in Ravan's place for a year, yet Shri Ram adopted her, it was really difficult for Ram to ignore the opinion of those people. In Sarg 43 of Uttarakhand of Valmiki Ramayan, when Ram asks his friend Bhadra what the opinion of the public about him, Sita and Lakshman was, Bhadra says, that is, one thing that is bothering the minds of the people is that after killing Ravan in the war, Raghunath ji brought Sita ji home. There was no doubt in their minds about Sita's character. After this, Bhadra tells in the next shloks that the public is saying, it means now we too will have to tolerate such things of our women because the subjects follow the king. Ram, who was the form of Dharma, if he had kept Sita with him, then a new tradition was going to start. Any woman could demand to return to her husband after staying with another man for a few days. This posed a risk of destruction of Parivar Dharma. It was possible that women would start behaving like this in future by quoting Shri Ram. Shri Ram had no other way but to abandon Sita because in the Mahabharata, which is the great book of Dharma, it has been said for the king that
यद्यप्यस्य विपत्तिः स्यात् रक्षमाणस्य वै प्रजा सोप्यस्य विपुलो धर्म एवं वृत्ता हि भूमिपाः.
That is, even if the king loses his life while protecting the people, it is still a great dharma for him. The behavior and dharma of the kings should be like this. Means, O Yudhishthir Maharaj, the king should treat his subjects like pregnant women. After this, Bhishma says that the way a pregnant woman gives up the things she likes and only takes care of the interest of the child growing in her womb, a pious king should also follow the wishes of his subjects. Now, the king was loved by the subjects. He had to come to know the mind of the people. Hence, it was necessary for him to take those steps which he might never have taken to maintain the tradition of his clan and the dignity of the post of the king. Ram was not only required to follow the social dharma of that time, but he had also to avoid the start of any such tradition in the future, so that he could save a family from breaking. In the Mahabharata, a great verse has been written about Raj Dharma, which embodies the tradition of Hindu kings. That shlok has appeared in many places in the Mahabharata. He sacrificed Sita for the sake of the society, nation, people and dharma, because Vishwamitra, the guru of Shri Ram, had preached a similar Raj Dharma to Ram at the time of Tadka slaying. This means if the king, who is the protector of the people, has to perform a deed that is cruel or not cruel, sinful or flawed, he should do it. He should always keep in mind that it is sanatan dharma for those who have been emburdened with taking care of the state. Ram loved Sita more than anything else in the world. He had taken a vow of monogamy for the love of Sita. He never married any other woman. Nevertheless, considering the protection of the people's wish as the biggest dharma of the king, he abandoned Sita. Even though it may be a blameworthy act for modern people, the king had to perform unpleasant deeds in the interest of the people, was learned by Shri Ram from his guru Vishwamitra. Some people say that if Shri Ram had to send Sita into exile because of the public, then he too should have renounced the throne and accompanied Sita to the forest. But the issue was not of the throne. The issue was to give recognition to Sita's living at Ravan's place. If Shri Ram had gone to the forest with Sita ji, people would have still said that Ram did not renounce Sita. And after that, people would start breaking the societal and family fabric by quoting this act of Shri Ram. This was the reason why Shri Ram abandoned Sita, to protect public opinion, family and societal dharma, and live the life of an ascetic even after becoming a king himself. If you like this video, do press the like button and subscribe to our channel, The Karma. Jai Shri Ram.